as we gather today, let us pause in gratitude for fellowship, for service, and for the shared purpose that brings us here. Our club theme for this year is Everything Matters. Every act of service, every moment of connection, and every commitment we make to our communities matters and makes a difference in our community and in our world. For this new Rotary year, our district governor calls on us to pursue our passion, to find that spark within us that drives meaningful change, and to follow it with courage and heart. And finally, as members of Rotary International, we're reminded to unite for good, joining hands across clubs, communities, and countries in pursuit of peace, dignity, and opportunity for all. We're especially grateful to welcome our District Governor, Lisa Higgenbotham, a leader who embodies these themes and whose example inspires us to lead with vision and serve with purpose. May today's meeting strengthen our bonds, renew our commitment, and move us forward in service of self. Amen. Amen. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. ARY.
Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you.
Maybe.
Going into the next part is time for my favorite parts. One, because we get to hear a little bit about our guests. Or two, because we have the extremely energized Leslie Oliver leading the charge. So, Leslie, if you would introduce our guests.
Thanks, President Harrison. That's hard to say. First time ever. So exciting. Okay, so if you're a guest to our club, we want to welcome you. So I'm going to come to you and you're going to say your name and where you're from, what you do, what your favorite color is, whatever. You know, just introduce yourself so we can get to know you. So I'm starting back here with Lydia, who we all know, but also we have another.
Greetings, you all. It's great. Glory to God. So my name is Gideon Kabalasa from Malawi. Recently just finished my Glory Peace Fellowship at UNC. Now I'm glad to say that I have a master's in public health. Thanks to Glory. And I said it's always great to be part of the class, see a lot of familiar faces. It's gratifying. Thank you so much.
So greetings everyone. I'm Isaac Olufadua. So I will go over the surname again, Olufadua. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a medical doctor by training from the Nigeria Spread University, like the rest of the Bible. Nigeria, and I recently graduated with my PhD in public health sciences. So that's a new update on my end, and I lead Slum and Rural Health Initiative in Nigeria, which is basically an organization that takes public health to underserved communities, like rural communities, how to reach informal settlements, internally displaced persons camps, and like refugee camps in Nigeria. I've been working in this space for about 10 years now on social and digital innovations to promote maternal and child health. And Gideon invited me here today, and it's absolutely a pleasure to be with this amazing group. Thank you.
Thanks, Isaac. That was very interesting. I'm glad that you guys are connected. That seemed like a really good collaboration. And you are also a guest. I'm stalking you mid-lemonade, so let's find out about
I'm Kate Dixon, and thank you, John, for inviting me. I am a member of the Raleigh Parks Board and really involved in tree planting, and I understand you all are too, so I'm excited to hear more about what you do.
Thank you, Kate. So exciting. Oh, great. And this is one of Paul Watson's guests. Yes? Okay.
Hello, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Reed Hunter. I do not have a like these guys. But no, I'm a new home sales consultant with Hogan Design Build, so we're a custom home builder. And we build basically all throughout the triangle, all the way from Mebane, all the way on the west side, all the way through got stuff in downtown, Raleigh, really all over that. But yeah, this is my first Rotary event. I'm really looking forward to potentially getting involved and learning a little bit more about how to participate in volunteering, for good causes across the community. So really pleasure.
Great. We have another guest down here named Jonathan. His name is Mike, not to be a spoiler alert. Okay, Mike.
Raleigh, 20 years. That was my daughter's church next Wednesday, and she was busting one. I work with Steve Bell. Steve Bell is an organization that works with Christian business owners, and just kind of work on how to live out their faith and run a business based on biblical perspectives. And Paul's nice enough to invite you here, so check it out. See what it's all about.
Shy. Okay, great. I'm so glad everyone is here today. Good to see you. Thanks, President Harris.
Thank you so much, Leslie. And again, appreciate all of you guys being here today. If you are looking for an organization or a club that is trying to pursue something larger than ourselves, it's Rotary Club Raleigh. We've been here since 1914. We are a legacy of change in this community. Looking forward to seeing what we do this year. I know Gideon had spoke. We had a slide. We wanted to do a quick, this is Gideon on his graduation day. As he mentioned, he's been here. I know that we speak for everybody, and I know especially with John Gates, that we are so glad that we've been able to be a part of your journey and that you've been able to be a part of ours. So thank you so much for being here. We look forward to continuing the relationship. Yeah, thank you. All right, moving next on. Oh, this real quick that's me. Harrison Turner, president, if you didn't know. This was us at our district installation. So we had Nathan, Patty, and Shakima. We were all there. My wife was in attendance, and you can see me over there with my hand up saying that I swear not to screw this up. But no, it was a great district installation. It was my first. But yeah, it was a great group of people in there, and to see the energy that our district has. Moving on to membership. This is my favorite part. Diamante, come on up, brother, for our membership update.
Thank you, President Harrison. Yeah, so regarding membership, first of all, how are we doing today? Here we go. Let me get a little better one. How are we doing today? There we go. That's our club right there. So I just want to say thank you all to the guests that are here. Some that have attended here today. We're doing something new. We're giving you guys a little information about the club. So we're looking forward to having you join our family, as I like to say. This is more of a family than a club to me. Regarding membership updates, new member orientation will be here actually September 24th at 5:30 p.m. So we're looking forward to having you guys, any new member within the past year or so, or 6 months. We look forward to having you. You get to learn more things about the club, and that's another thing to check off your checklist. Also, too, August 28th, we are having our service social at the Villa rooftop. So we're looking for, more of a fun experience this year. Let's kind of enjoy it. Let's have some fun. So I ask for everybody, please come out and attend and fellow network with your fellow Rotarians, okay? All right, everybody have a great Monday. Thank you.
But one thing I have to keep up with is energy. Like it's just, I love his energy. Just like that. And I was at, we asked you to put your phones up during the meeting, but this is the one time that I'll let you pull your phone out, pull up your calendar, August 28th, put it in there that you're going to be at our next service social to give you plenty of time to make plans and preparations and find someone who doesn't know about Rotary that you would think would be a great Rotarian. Let's bring them out and have some networking. All right, something that we're going to start doing here is doing member spotlights. We do a lot of great work in our community as the Rotary Club of Raleigh, but our members are also doing really great things. So I wanted to highlight a couple members today. First is Mark Livingston. He could be here today, he might be soon, but he was just ranked in Forbes 2025 Best In-State CPAs. I've noticed Mark. So yeah, if you know Mark, you know that matches up perfectly. Next, we have our very own Kurt Warner, who was the recipient of the 2025 H. Brick McKnight Renaissance Lawyer Award from the North Carolina Bar Association, one of their highest honors. Kurt, you've got a laundry list of it as a resume that's long as with your accomplishments, but also we just want to say congratulations to you and all your great work.
Thank you.
Here is one that John hates. Welcome to his second grandbaby. So, congratulations to the Cake family and John for being a good granddad, brother. Yeah. All right, now we're moving on to some recognitions and awards that we weren't able to give out at our last meeting that we wanted to ensure that we got taken care of. First, I'm going to have to ask on behalf of Rotary Club of Raleigh. Leslie Lees is our public image chair, so we thought that she would be the person to receive the perfect person to receive this. So there are district awards, but we got a zone award. So this is above the district itself. We received the Epic Award, which is our excellence in public image. So from our online presence and whatnot, things that we're doing on Rotary, LinkedIn and things like that, Facebook. So on behalf of the zone and to the Rotary Club of Raleigh, we wanted to provide this to anybody that's on public image, that's just my mind does not work that way. So thank you for all the hard work you do to make sure that our club looks good. Next, I'll need Patty Rooney, Leslie, you just give up, come on back up here, and John Cates to head up front, please. So these are our certificates of appreciation awards for the great work these individuals have done in the prior year for the Rotary Club of Raleigh. We have one for Leslie Oliver.
Oh, sorry.
You're talking. Of course, Patrick Rooney with the service of the foundation chair, as well as John Cates with service of the fundraising chair. I mean, I think everybody knows that Patty has been a light to this club with the foundation. John, you blew it out of the park last year with the fundraising. Excited to hear what you got a little bit about this year. So I appreciate all of you all this and give everybody here a round of applause. All right, and John, you got one more. You should just stop being so good, man. This is Perfect Attendance Award to John Cates. John, thank you for your perfect attendance. And last but not least, we have the Distinguished Service Awards. This will be going to Kevin Summers, Maddie Marshall, who couldn't be here today, as well as Leslie Oliver. And you
know what? It's just so annoying to be up there.
I know. You're getting your steps in. That's the good part. Kevin, for your senior service at this club, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you. All right, next we're going to have, actually, Kevin, you'll just need to come up here. We have our service, service update from Kevin. And then John next.
Well, first, I want to thank Richard, who's our president-elect, sitting there in the back of the room, talking about giving up a seat today, just to make sure everybody had a place to eat lunch. But let's all give a round of applause to Richard for a great. So this year, I'm going to continue because you guys know my heart is in service, and we're going to try and do a lot of things this year. We're going to continue at least one project per month. The first one was actually today. Thank you guys for doing the food to the Salvation Army. They were really in need. It's interesting right now what's going on, even in our community, that because of some cutbacks with public funding, or, you know, government funding, that a lot of the food shelters are lacking food. So you guys have an opportunity to donate to the food shelters anywhere in your community. I encourage you to do that. We're going to try to do at least one service project a month. This month we may end up doing two, because I'm going to plant the seed. You guys know about bell ringing, right? Everybody knows about bell ringing. There's a thing this year called Christmas in July. We may be ringing the bell on Thursday, July 31st. More to come on that. So, but this is a special fundraiser for the community kitchen for the Salvation Army. There'll be public media about this. It'll be a big deal. So, and we're also going to try some things like going off-site. Paris and I are working about. We may have an opportunity in November to go to the Green Share Project and actually have our lunch meeting there and then do a service project afterwards. And we may do some service, Lisa I think is going to talk about opportunities at a meeting. We may do small service projects. Maybe we assemble kits or bags, you know, book bags for kids for school. So keep an eye on what's going to happen this year. And I thank you guys for responding to my email I sent out about helping out on service.
All right, moving on, I'm very excited about this. John Case has some updates with the fundraising. Some big things we've got planned this year.
Thank you, Harrison. I'm super excited to announce this year's fundraiser. If you guys remember, last year we said we needed a big idea. We needed to find something that we could do for more than 1 year. So we did the Gale Mountain Square. We celebrated 110 years of Rotary. Very well done. Thank you for supporting that. This is a bigger deal. The fundraising committee came up with the idea that we wanted to do a legacy gift in honor of America 250 to the city of Raleigh. And the fundraising committee was inspired by an Earth Day celebration that talked about the importance of trees. And I know a lot of you know this is the city of Oaks. And an oak tree, I did some research, lives generally 200 to 300 years. So we can actually plant 250 oak trees in the city of Oaks for America 250 and pay it forward for the next generation. What do you guys think? We're excited because this opportunity not only celebrates America 250, but it combines service, civic pride, and environmental impact, and what will be one of the biggest campaigns this club has ever taken on. The name America City of Oaks Tree Campaign runs from now, July 4th, through July 4th, 2026. It's going to consist of raising money, planting 250 oak trees, distributing sapling trees, and my friend Kate Dixon here from the city of Raleigh, I discovered in the course of working on this that the city of Raleigh has a bigger campaign in mind for Raleigh 240, which Raleigh turns 240 in 2032. And the vision and plan is to plant 24,000 trees in Raleigh between now and 2032. It's a big vision. It's going to take a lot of money. And they like the idea of the American 250, and we're going to see if we can tie these two together. Maybe the America 250 City of Oaks campaign is the booster rocket for the Raleigh 240. So the campaign will officially begin August 1st. Can anybody tell me what's important about August 1st for our club? It's our 111th anniversary. And I like celebrating things, so on August 1st, we will celebrate our 111th anniversary and we will launch America 250. One of the things that we have already lined up when we were in the city meeting is we have the opportunity to plant a ceremonial tree. They asked me where would we want to plant it. I said, I don't know, city park, downtown, Bridge Park. During the city meeting that I went to last week, the designer for the governor's mansion, landscape designer, came to me and said, I've got the perfect place for the Rotary Club of Raleigh's American 250 ceremonial tree on the governor's mansion lawn. And you can plant it in October. So mark your calendars, October, we're planting the ceremonial tree. We're going to raffle, produce some other things. The sponsorships are being developed, but it's going to be easy. People can give a little bit, or they can give a lot. They can donate anything, or they can sponsor a $10,000 or $5,000 or $2,500 sponsorship. We're going to sell campaign T-shirts, and I have exciting news. So we talked about how much can we raise for trees. And at the city meeting, they said, well, we have $25,000 in the budget. We don't have any money now. We didn't make a good budget. I said, would you guys believe that our campaign, just as it's launching, we already have $23,750 in donations and commitments out of the gate. So we're going to make this fun. And you had a great idea. I'm going to give you credit for it because you're the president. He said, let's divide up in teams and have a competition. So I've been trying to come up with an acronym. Every member is a fundraiser, but it doesn't come into a word that makes it simple. Every member is a fundraiser. Every member will be on a team. If you just sponsor three trees, we will raise $75,000. If every member just sponsors 3 trees. Well, what if we get the other clubs involved? Okay? So this can be a really big deal. So I want you guys to get enthusiastic. I'm looking for 3 team captains. I want 3 people, 3 Rotarians that are people of action who feel inspired to call me and say, Johnny, I want to be a team captain. Okay? 3 captains. You're out there. Don't make me call you. Y'all call me. And let's do this. Let's make this thing happen. Thank you.
Well, John's done so much work. We met in the city and whatnot, and I would say I'm always excited about fundraising opportunities, but to see the energy that people have behind, especially when you connect with the city of Oaks, our club wanting to make an impact and plant trees that our great grandkids will be sitting under one day. It seems like there's a lot of energy behind it, and we haven't even launched. We've got $23,000 already in sponsorship. So I'm excited to see what this club, also in our district, and other Raleigh Rotary clubs can do. All right, moving on. I want to put this here: service above self. This is our motto as Rotary: service above self. And if you really think about it, it's something you can pass off. But thinking about what it means to live a life of service above self means you're self-sacrificing. That means that you're willing to get your hands up and get uncomfortable. Our committee chairs do so much work and put a lot of time and effort every day to make sure that we run this club very well. But they need co-chairs, other people that are, maybe you haven't been on a committee in a while. So this is a call to action to us as a club. Our committee chairs need your help. We need new energy, we need new ideas. We don't want our committee chairs being burned out. And so any way that if you have not been a part of a committee, please email Linda, email me, find me after the meeting, and we will get you connected. Real quick up here, you can just kind of see all the different things and the ways that you could potentially be a part of what we're doing here on a daily basis. So as I mentioned as my motto this year is, everything matters. It truly does. Everything we do inside these meetings as well outside of these meetings, it matters. And your participation matters. So I'm asking you to call to action. If you're not part of the committee, let's get you engaged. Because I know that our impact will be huge this year to get everybody engaged. So I just want to say thank you for that. All right, raffle. Tommy, he said there's a lot of money. I don't know how much.
Raise your hand if you bought a ticket today. Let's see them. Hands? It's a ton of hands. It's the most tickets we've ever sold. Raise your hand one more time if you would like to be the recipient of this $140 in pie, because that's some good money out of it. So best raffle we've ever had, guys. All right, get your tickets out. I got a winner right here. I got 8, 2, 5, 6, 6, 4.
I've been waiting for that. That's great. All right, Tommy, you got to listen for happy dollars as well.
If not, we're in a lot more trouble than we thought. He's showing me his winning ticket to prove that he had it. He's our club treasurer.
If you can't show
I should hope he
Tommy, we got you for happy dollars.
Oh, yeah. Happy to do that for you.
Yeah, anybody got happy dollars from today?
All right, that's it. Oh, Mr. Dorsett.
All right, Tommy, we got 10-month-old Isabel Lockie, who's baptized. First cousin William Harrison. Both children of the Rotary Club members, Lacey Curry and James North.
Patriotic name, I love it.
Hey, I love all Rotary people, but every once in a while one stands out that just really captures you. And Leslie Oliver has done a fantastic job this last year as our public image chair, doing a lot of the work herself that got us this amazing award that we've got. And so, Madam Governor, I think we need to rename that award, you know, Hollywood, they have the Tonys and the Oscars and the Emmys. This is the Leslie.
We know that we do all these awards that don't want them. Speaking of which, Kevin.
No, Jim, you know, congratulations. I know there's some grandparents, but we're expecting our second grandchild in December, so this is a blessed year.
Just had the opportunity yesterday to go to the Durham Bulls game. I have to say, if you don't appreciate or haven't been or need a day out in the town, oh my gosh, so much fun. Go Bulls. They won, by the way. Go Bulls.
I've been traveling a lot in the last 2-3 months. I've been on the road 2 weeks ago, and I missed being here, so I'm very happy to be back. Actually, I miss all of you. It's good to be part of this club, it's good to be part of the fellowship, the friendship we share. So thank you, I'm very happy to be back.
We agree, sir. Glad to have you as well. David.
All right, so my son graduated from Millbrook, which I'm happy about that, but he has to go on a gap year and started at UNC Chapel Hill in fall of 26. I'm not happy about that. So he is in Bangkok, Thailand, studying artificial intelligence.
Oh, wow.
So very, very proud of him and hoping he stays safe.
Yeah.
Who else we got here? Linda, come on.
So I'm glad to see everybody, and I am happy to have a vacation from my vacation because we were in Asheville for the week, and it became a little exciting when my husband went out for a walk and came face to face with a black bear. So his walk turned into a run, but and then on the 4th of July, we went to the minor league Asheville tourist game, and my younger son Patrick was trying to catch the fly ball, which bounced off the backstop. Instead, it hit his glasses, and he got a cut under his eyebrow. And so we spent the end of 4th of July in the urgent care. It was all that. So
Did he catch?
Vacation for my vacation.
All right, anybody else got some happy dollars? Going once, going twice, that's it.
All right, next part, we're gonna wish everybody happy birthday. There's nobody with a happy birthday, but I know that Kevin's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Kevin. On any anniversaries, Jim and Dorset, their what is that? Their 41st anniversary this month. Congratulations. Is that an annual process? You have to put the application in? Very good. All right, well, next, I believe it is on to our upcoming meetings. That's the other thing. Please be here next week. We've got an exciting meeting. Our Mayor Janet Cow will be here. After that, on July 28th, we have the Boys and Girls Club. August 4th, we have the North Carolina Treasurer, Brad Reiner. I'm going to start looking at this instead of up there. August 11th, Gary Green with Green Resources. He's got a presentation on making authentic connections. If you don't know Gary Green, he's a fellow Rotarian and is just electric when it comes to making connections. And then August 18th, we have our no meeting for our midsummer break. You can come if you like to have lunch here at the tobacco room. All right, now I get the pleasure of introducing today's speaker, our district governor, Lisa Higgenbotham. Lisa's Rotary journey is a testament to passion, purpose, and people. She was born in New York City and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Lisa proudly calls La Isla del Encanto the home of her heart. After graduating high school in Puerto Rico, she made her way to North Carolina and attended Duke University. Let's go Blue Devils. Where her love for Duke basketball took root. Lisa's professional path is as dynamic as her Rotary service. She began in engineering, pivoting to journalism, and eventually found her stride in commercial printing. In 1999, she launched 5-Star Award-winning Rating, which is a nationally respected award-winning company and proud license of Rotary International. Her leadership in the awards and recognition industry is unmatched, earning her the prestigious Certified Recognition Master designation that's held by fewer than 100 people worldwide. Lisa's Rotary story began with a simple invitation to a breakfast meeting. That spark turned into a flame, and today both she and her husband, Jeff, were active members of the Kildare Rotary Club. Lisa has served in countless roles at both the club and district level, always with the spirit of I have the privilege of seeing Lisa in action at PETS, and I was truly inspired. She had an energy that was authentic, and she had a deep passion for Rotary's mission. It left a lasting impression on me that our district's in good hands this year. She leads with her heart, and it's clear that our district's in very good hands. Her theme is embrace your passion, pursue your passion, which is paired with Rotary International's call, Unite for Good, is more than a slogan, it's a call to action. And if you spend even 5 minutes with Lisa, you'll know she lives it out every single day. So it is my pleasure to invite Lisa Higgenbotham up to speak to the club. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon, Raleigh. You can do better than that. Come on. Woo! Good afternoon, Raleigh. Thank you for having me visit and really pushing me because you are my first governor official visit club. I'm not saying that's a good thing. Just give me some grace here, okay? The recommendation I heard, so the governors trained for like 2.5 years before we become actual governors. And heard from Barry Rassin at one point, do not go visit the clubs in July and August because you need to give them a chance to get their feet under them. So where am I? On July 14th, Harrison? So anyway, I am fresh off of installation last week and Calvary right before that, so my Rotary bucket is full. And I will say that I'm a little nervous, so I hope I don't put anybody to sleep. All that being said, let's jump in. First and foremost, I want to start by celebrating this club. You are about to be 111 years old. our oldest North Carolina Civic Club. Give yourselves a hand. Congratulations on the recognition from Governor Stein. We will talk more about Western North Carolina in a minute, but thank you for jumping in. I did some research on the club. I love the monthly service projects. I did make sure to bring a contribution today, which I left in the car, so I will grab right afterwards. Being district governor is both a great honor and a great responsibility. I have pledged to support and share the goals and directives from Rotary International. As past district governor shared last week, Rotary is different in that we are a bottom-up organization, meaning that the big work of Rotary starts with the clubs. Okay, better, sorry. So big work for Rotary starts with the clubs. It starts with you. And if this is any indication, and the tree project, that's just so incredibly impressive, and I definitely salute you. So first thing I want to ask is why, I'd like for somebody to tell me why they're in this club. Just anybody. Come on, don't make me call on you. Sir? Yeah.
She pointed at me and I said, Frank.
I am in this club. I was brought into the club by the Raleigh Convention Center, and we were brought in here, and I was told that let's help bring Rotary into with the city of Raleigh. And that's what I did for many years when I was first here. But I've been a member 25 years. I love it. It's a great group of folks, and it's a great group to do. That's that.
So when I first heard about Rotary, a good industry friend told me, you don't join Rotary to do business, but you will end up doing business as a result. My passion or my belief as a business owner is that it is my responsibility to give back to the community. So when I joined Rotary, it was not to do business, but I can tell you I have done business as a result. And coincidentally, about 2 weeks after that conversation, I got a call about a new club that was being started up near me. And I soon became a charter member of that club, and that was the Apex Sunrise Rotary Club, started by your own Bill McLaurin back here, was part of that original group. And I will tell you that that statement I had heard was not true. Because if you go back to the roots of this, when Paul Harris started Rotary, he was doing it networking with 3 other classifications, and they did it purposely to drive business. So absolutely nothing wrong with joining Rotary to do business, but as you build friendships and you have that fellowship, and all of those go to Rotary's core values. So service for Paul Harris was a byproduct, but it ended up being great for his community. And so, as Harrison told you, my company is a licensee to Rotary International, which is a casualty of an awards professional joining a Rotary club and them saying, hey, can you do my name tags? Yeah, so eventually we became a licensee because 4-way test, it's not fair, and you cannot put the Rotary logo on things if you are not licensed. So I have also relied on my Rotary connections for everything from insurance to banking to lawn care. And so why do I break this up? Because membership in service organizations, associations, clubs in general has been declining, as you know. At 95 members, you are a large club in our district. Rotary has given clubs the authority to reinvent the wheel, no pun intended, and create all sorts of club models and timelines. It's no longer a mandate to meet every week. Many clubs have dropped that perfect attendance yardstick. I will tell you that after 13 years as a member of Apex Sunrise, I struggled. It was a small club with 2 massive fundraisers. Over time, many of us were burnt out. At my lowest point, I was the only female member left in the club, and it wasn't appealing to me. On the other hand, as I looked around, being good friends with Becca Smith, who constantly prodded me to switch to her club, I did give it a look, and I loved what I saw. They had embraced the opportunity to switch up their club module and schedule, especially post-COVID. Cost for an evening club with a meal was exorbitant, resulting in membership loss. That board did a lot of work. They surveyed the membership. They did boots on the ground to find out what the options were, and they changed it up. Between the diverse membership of the club, the Margarita Monday social that they adopted, and the number of service projects they did tipped the scales for me, and I joined in 2013 and have no regrets. Some key takeaways from this example are diversity, service, and adaptability. Adaptability is addressed in the Rotary Action Plan. Service and diversity are two of Rotary's 5 core values. And a third of the core values, fellowship, is a key component to a successful club. So what started a few years ago as an impact or a satellite clubs, which you guys have, that's the Southeast Satellite Club, has now become a much broader movement. In fact, a well-attended session at the Calgary Convention was the introduction of the North American Club Creation Team, complete with an app and a roadmap to create new satellites, new cause-based clubs, and an entire team of recognizable and very invested Rotarians across the U.S. to help create these clubs. Basically, anything is possible. You know, any model, any schedule. We just want to build clubs, and we want to grow our service to our community. So any of you who have been to a convention before, you're also familiar with Rotary fellowships, yachting fellowships, travel fellowships, beer fellowships. My favorite, which I just joined, is a coffee lovers fellowship, just to name a few. So in my opinion, all of these things have something in common, and that's passion. My personal theme for this year is embrace your passion, because I do believe that everything you do that resonates with your inner purpose begins with passion. Simultaneously, as if they were reading my mind, the presidential message for 25-26 is Unite for Good, and the two work perfectly together. So as a club, it's crucial for us to consider our impact. It's a big part of what goes into this year's Rotary presidential message. This club clearly embraces that message. I saw firsthand how you helped create new clubs. You sponsor a Rotary club, a Rotaract club. Your service projects cover a wide range of organizations. You stepped up immediately to support Western North Carolina in the aftermath of the quake. So how do we maintain and grow members? What are your members passionate about? If I'm an outsider, I look at your projects. And when I visit, do I feel welcome? Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves, which sums it up. I truly believe that Rotary is at its best when we help people connect their hearts to service. Embrace your passion. Passion is personal. It's meaningful. There is a commercial, and I don't watch commercials. I'm one of those fast forward through commercials, record it, save it, anyway. There's one commercial that I've seen that always hits me, and it's for Food Lion Feeds. And there's a mom and her daughter, and they come into the food pantry to get food. Some of you may have seen it. And the child smiles and says, "It's my birthday." And as they're leaving, the worker comes up to them and brings them a birthday cake. And the child breaks out in a smile, because she probably wasn't going to have a cake otherwise. Yes, it's a commercial, but it's very true in our communities. Those things are what just twist you from the inside, or at least they do me. And I yearn to make a difference. Let no child go without a birthday cake. Service projects come in all shapes and sizes. When I joined Karen Kildare at the board installation that year, they also did a service project. We did a service project in my installation last week. It doesn't have to be a big deal. But Tia's service project was based on the premise that everyone deserves to have that birthday cake. In fact, we did share that as one of the projects we gave out at installation. So for the project, we packed cake tins with cake mix, icing, sprinkles, and a can of soda, because yes, you can make cake with soda. Tied it up in a bow, I wrote birthday cakes, and tied them up with a bow, and then we took them to Dorcas to give to families they serve where there was a birthday. And they probably would not have had a budget for things like a cake. So how easy is that? It just takes a little bit of creativity. It's not heavy lifting. I want to talk about something else that really impacted me at the Calgary Convention last month. I kept hearing two words, audacity and tenacity. In 1985, when Rotary decided it wanted to undertake the fight against polio, there were 350,000 cases in the world. Polio was paralyzing 1,000+ children every single day. And there were 125 polio endemic countries at the time. Rotary had the audacity to believe that they could make an impact and that they would eradicate this disease. They started small with the clubs and with support from the Rotary Foundation and our grant system. And lo and behold, they did start to show results. They were able to form critical partnerships with other organizations who suddenly started to believe as well. Now we're sitting at last report at 80 cases. That's 80 from 350,000. Because Rotary had the tenacity to keep pushing. And it is not over. And we are not stopping. Here, challenges to funding. When I was at International Assembly, my classmates from zones 33 and 34 sat down in a meeting with RI Director Patrick Eakes, and we asked him, what's Rotary's position on this? Because you know they're cutting funding right and left. Fortunately, we're not going to stop. Patrick told us that Rotary started this fight alone and we'd end it alone if we had to. The Gates Foundation still matches us 2-to-1, so you can triple your money. Bill Gates has said that he believes this is the most important fight, and we are in it to win it. Other countries and organizations are still on board, and they are committed. But I would ask you, Raleigh Rotary, to consider a polio fundraiser as one of your service projects. How about Pints for Polio Social? And those pints can be beer, or they can be ice cream. You choose. Maybe you partner with another Raleigh club, Unite for Good. It's just an evening social. Every dollar is matched 2 for 1. Last year, this club contributed $2,946 to polio. Do you realize it only takes 2 drops to make a difference in the life of a child? The new chair of the Rotary Foundation is former RI President Colbert Knapp, and he spoke at Calgary, was telling about his travels to India, where our own Lynn Carpenter has shared stories about the crawlers. Those are the people that are pulling themselves through the streets by their arms because their legs are paralyzed. And it makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up even as I say those words. Colbert said that what he saw when he was there last, that of the crawlers that remain, none are children. Polio is most dangerous for children under 5. Seeing no children speaks to the success of the vaccine administration. India has no polio, cases of polio. October 24th is World Polio Day. So I would sincerely ask you to consider participating in the drive to end this dreaded disease. It doesn't happen organically, it does cost money. If Rotarians in this club want to make a meaningful contribution to this Rotary effort, how can you improve on last year? What if the goal was just $50 a person? That's less than the cost of a cup of coffee per month. I do measure lots of things by coffee. I either measure by coffee or margaritas. What time of day we're talking about? Just FYI. The passion project that I proposed for this year is a big one. Typically, our district governors go for a day of service. I'm going for a year of service because we need to do this. I received a lot of support from Rotarians in our district. We are also teaming up with the other 5 North Carolina districts, as well as a district in South Carolina, to help rebuild Western North Carolina. Our zone collected over $1.4 million for this disaster relief. They are still offering $25,000 grants for projects. Our district pulled $25,000 from our reserves, put them in our charitable fund account, and they are earmarked for this project. Clubs have also donated to that fund. I have appointed Mark Boggs from the West Raleigh Club to serve as our community service chair, and I've tasked him with finding us projects and partnerships where our Rotarians can roll up our sleeves and do meaningful work. We also received about $25,000 from our district clubs into that charitable foundation. So essentially, we start with $50,000. We put in some sweat equity. We can apply for that matching grant. We have already committed and partnered with several other districts, and we committed $10,000 to a huge $399,000 project to help farmers in Western North Carolina. It can't go to the $400,000 because that involves a whole other level of paperwork. So we're keeping it to $399,000 for this one. But the goal is to support the farmers that were just washed out in Western North Carolina. So please hear me. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Rebuilding is going to take years. Mark is building a committee, and much like the succession planning that we're encouraging within our clubs, we want that committee to then be able to carry on this project until we get it done. On a personal level, I can tell you that part of this developed within me, not because I'm from the mountains, because I'm not, but as part of my Rotary Governor training. The governors are grouped into classes by zones, and in some cases, even smaller classes by state, or in our case, by our multi-district PETS, President-elect Training, Carolina PETS, which encompasses all of North Carolina and 1 district in South Carolina. I will tell you that the 7 of us have become family, and we will be for life. Even more so than my zone class. When Helene hit, Nolan was the governor in District 7670, and my classmate, Alpo Portelli, was the guy running the logistics. So we had a front row seat and a WhatsApp chat group that got us directly to the source. Hearing the stories and seeing the visuals, we all committed to supporting them, and we are in it for the long haul. Beyond me, Pat Gallagher is committed. He's the governor that follows me, and then Samantha Manning. We're in it for as long as it takes. So in no way should you take this as my diminishing of any of the other many projects or passions or causes that we serve. I fully support and expect those to continue. But this is a big need, and it happened in our mountains, and we need to be part of that solution. So as we are able to find grant opportunities and service opportunities, we will be sharing those through email and our newsletter and our district assemblies, as well as direct messaging to club presidents and the clubs. And we thank you for your support. I want to add that we also had horrible flooding and trees down here from Tropical Storm Chantal. We reached out to the clubs and offered support. Again, would never diminish those needs. Back to what I said initially, all our projects happen through club involvement. At convention, we heard from new RI President Francesco Arezzo from Italy. I really enjoyed hearing from him. I heard so much authenticity. Can you imagine turning your life upside down in 4 days? As he said, most RI presidents have 2 years to prepare. He had 2 days. Former President-elect Mario had to resign unexpectedly 2 weeks before the start of the Rotary year. And Rotary did have to scramble for a replacement. Not an easy role for anyone. Francesco said to us, one day he's playing on the living room floor with his grandchildren. 4 days later, he's on a plane to Chicago and then California. He got one of my favorite lines. He said, he was all in tears about this, and he said to his wife, what do I do? What do I do? She says, stay calm and take a coffee. I loved that. Again, that spoke right to him. But he looks at this as his opportunity to serve. And that is totally his approach, service. He bared his heart. He showed us how passionate he was about this organization. And that, in his words, had changed his life. President Francesco talked about Rotary's core values: service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. I've addressed 3 of those. Let me add in the other 2. The first is integrity. We abide by the 4-way test in our businesses and in our lives. It is part of our oath and an understanding that goes back to why you would network with other clubs. My expectation is that Rotarians are ethical. Integrity is a given. It is why when I look to Rotarians for business connections, I have confidence. And leadership. I've heard time and time again from club presidents, board members, all the way to Rotary International presidents. Their best leadership training and education came through their involvement with Rotary. I can tell you personally that Rotary invests heavily in its leaders, club members, and committees towards this end goal: effective and memorable leadership. Last year, RI President Stephanie used the theme song, Irresistible, and that word was everywhere. When Francesco spoke, he used the word brilliant. To him, clubs that embrace Rotary's core values are absolutely brilliant. I would suggest to you that when your club embraces passion, it delivers brilliant service. When you talk to prospective members and visitors, what are their passions? If you can address those passions through your service and your fundraising, you will attract and keep members. If you are welcoming and make sure you show authenticity, you will grow members. Succession planning, which you all do very well. Making sure you not only have a president, but an elect and a nominee. Make sure they're involved at every step in training. You will ensure solid leadership and continuity. Friends and Rotarians in the Raleigh Rotary Club, I thank you for your service, for your almost 111 years of commitment, for everything I know you are doing this year. I promise I will be here to support your clubs, to celebrate with you, to serve with you. I also warned you that you are my first presentation and that it was not fine-tuned, and so I do apologize. And you can just stick an elbow in your neighbors if you see them sleeping. But I am honored and humbled to serve this awesome district. I urge you to embrace your passions. More importantly, make sure you are serving the passions of all of your members and find out what are the driving actions that bring visitors to your door. Let us have an amazing year as we unite for good. Please help us rebuild Western North Carolina and grow Rotary so that we can continue this tradition of service for many years. All right, that's the scripted part. Now for a plug, you heard that I grew up in Puerto Rico. I'm a beach girl, so Feet in the Sand is my happy place. District conference is April 17th and 18th, and we're going to Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. And it's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it family friendly, and more to come on that. that on your calendar. And last but not least, I created an Embrace Your Passion pin, which I've got one, board members got one, and there's a jar with more of them at the front table that I would love for you all to take and wear. Thank you very much.
In a lot of different appearances at Rotary clubs. I would say that out of everything in the district, I think nothing is highly as desired as the Rotary Club of Raleigh's coffee mug. So there you go. Quick reminder, next week, Jack Powell will be here, our mayor, so please come out in support of that meeting. And with that, Rotarians, would you please stand with me as we exit our four-way test. Of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better relationships? It will be beneficial to all concerned. We are dismissed.
Is this thing blurry?